Asampayetia. Obayan saposu obunibia wankana asam. Zema futu sam kakre wa supreme. Yo kofi omaya woman.
Government launches distribution of 500,000 units locally improved cook stoves to households in Ghana. The President, His Excellency Addo Dankwa, Akufo, has launched 500,000 units improved energy efficient cook stove distribution project at Akuse in the Eastern region as part of the Ghana Energy Sector Transformative Initiative Program GESTIP under the Ministry of Energy. The improved cook stove project is part of efforts by government to prioritize climate actions and take practical and proactive steps to mitigate the impact of climate change in the country. Fuel wood and charcoal meet approximately 75% of Ghana's biomass fuel requirements. 69% of urban households in Ghana use charcoal. The annual per capita consumption is approximately 180 kilograms. The total annual consumption is about 700,000 tons. The project is targeting low-income households in urban and peri-urban communities nationwide.
Commissioning of today's Japan cohort by the President, we appreciate the gesture, and it's for economical venture, so that people may not have to spend so much in cooking. You use small amount of charcoal and your food is ready. We want to say a big thank you to the President of Ghana, President Akufo, for commissioning today's project, the Japan project. It's going to make things easier for us, highly economical, since we'll be using less of charcoal in cooking our food. No, President commission the Japan cohort. Before we can product development, achake e Japan ne eno mahane we ami yi kan yi ke no fe no ngeni ho once ne obwoni ngo we mi e Japan e mawamu o use we charcoal ha obi ha fu use ha bo ko pe ko ke wo e Japan ko poto keke oni eni bi lo munu wana presidency ka eba commission e Japan ko President Akufo wa hamu chum ke mono ni chum over chunge Akuse no over commission e Japan cohort wa ke chum we fe we amine angeni wo nge mono amadeke mo chum e aka o maje ha fu hem no ejewa no ne wane ni mabe ne wa mahe ha bo kupe lo wa ke ayepo he chu papa no bacho.
The improved cook stoves will help to improve the efficiencies of the production of firewood and charcoal, the transportation of charcoal and firewood products to the market centers, value addition in the form of packaging of charcoal in smaller units, and the promotion of efficiency for the end users. This would help reduce Ghana's dependency on firewood and charcoal below 30% by the end of 2030 and contribute to improving the country's overall carbon footprint.
Back in 2002, the Kenyan Jiko stove was introduced in Ghana by an organization called Enterprise Works International with funding from the US government. And the objective of the project at the time was to increase access to clean cooking technologies across the country. It is a market-led initiative at the time, so when the US government brought in the fund, the whole rationale was to use the fund to whip up demand and also set up the frameworks for the local production and distribution of the Jiko stove in Ghana. As part of the marketing and branding initiative, the stove was branded Japa Abindada. That was the catchphrase for the project back in 2002. A lot of funds was pumped into the project, and that made the brand a household name in Ghana. After that, the project has been running for almost a decade and a half by the private sector. Then in 2018, we set up ourselves to distribute about 2 million stoves in Ghana. The current production capacity could only let us distribute about 80,000 in a year. So we needed to really, increase the momentum to be able to get the volumes out there so that we'll be able to meet our various commitments, especially our commitment under the Paris Agreement. Looking at the cost of the project, it was going to be a bit of a challenge to raise a fund to do it locally. So we have to look for a more innovative way to raise money to do this project. And we went into partnership with the East-West Power Corporation of South Korea. This is a major power producer in South Korea, supplying over 60% of total power in Korea. And we thought it wise that we could leverage on their financial muscles to accelerate the distribution of cook stoves in Ghana, whilst they use the carbon that we save from this project to offset their carbon production or generation in South Korea. So in 2018, we entered into a memorandum of understanding with the Korean through the Climate Change Center of Seoul. And then in 2019, Cabinet approved this project. His Excellency the President Nana Addo, Dankwa Akufo Addo, this project is so dear to him in the sense that he has made a lot of commitments, with respect to the clean development mechanism. And he thinks this is one of the initiatives that can lead to the attainment of these commitments. Therefore, his cabinet gave an overwhelming endorsement to this project, and then the Ministry of Energy has to work very hard, got the various partners on board, and today what we witnessed here is the launch of this magnificent project. The project, the first phase is looking at the production and distribution of 500,000 improved stoves. This stove is an enhancement of the existing one. The benefits of this stove are quite enormous. In terms of carbon saving, this project within the next 3 years is going to lead to the savings of about 1 million tons of carbon dioxide, which would be given to the Koreans because of their investment in this project. The second phase of this project will continue immediately we are done with the first phase, and this is also going to lead to another 500,000 improved cook stoves. And all these stoves are being produced locally in Ghana. We are using our own artisans. Everything you see about this stove is produced here in Ghana. We have not imported anything whatsoever from anywhere. Everything is locally produced, and that is the essence of this project.
The government of South Korea provided grant funding of $5,500,000 for the project.
This project looks at supporting the local production initiative of government. I think Ghanaians have the capability to do anything when given the opportunity, and they have proven, they've risen to the occasion. So all the 500,000 stoves are being produced locally here in Ghana. In fact, the manufacturers are our local artisans around Ashama, Kokompe, Mobole, Kumasi, Takrade, Cape Coast, and we are expanding and expanding. It's also looking at supporting the SMEs to be able to, increase their businesses and grow and become, force to reckon with within the cook stove sector. We're working with a number of stakeholders. The Energy Commission is one of our stakeholders. The Local Alliance for Clean Cooking is also partnering with us. The Ministry of Energy, of course, is the anchor, is the lead when it comes to the implementation of this project. So that's what I'll say. Then in terms of financial benefits, I'm telling you, this is an enhanced stove over the previous one. This stove can help households, especially those in urban, peri-urban and rural areas whose income are very low, but they also need charcoal to prepare their daily meals. This stove is going to bring them a lot of financial savings. Our baseline studies have shown that if you can use 3 cedis worth of charcoal to cook using the traditional coal pot, with this enhanced Kenya Jiko stove, you can use only 1 cedis. So you're going to be saving 2 cedis for every home. If you multiply it by the number of stoves that we are putting out there, which is 500,000 stoves, it tells you clearly that we will be saving this country or households about 180 million cedis 180 million cedis every year, and this will be good money in the pockets of our people. They can use it to enhance their social well-being. You know, in terms of forest saving, because of the efficient nature of this stove, believe you me, this stove is going to lead to the reduction in the rate of deforestation in this country. So we're going to be saving a lot on our forest, and that by itself is going to improve the carbon sink of this country and make Ghana even much more greener.
The distribution of the 500,000 improved charcoal stove to households is in exchange for carbon credit to offset South Korea's carbon dioxide emissions. The second phase of the project is expected to distribute another 500,000 improved cook stoves across the country.